Imagine accidentally finding a starship in your backyard, fixing it with duct tape and spare parts from a junkyard, and then realizing that the ship's AI is a sarcastic, godlike entity named Bobs who thinks humans are adorable but primitive monkeys. Now you're not just a guy with a ship. You're the accidental owner of a legacy that spans galaxies, and every alien empire wants a piece of you. Welcome to Killing Stroke, the 23rd explosive, hilarious, and utterly addictive installment in Chaney and Terry Maggert's legendary Backyard Starship series. If you love humanity fuck yeah, HFY vibes, massive scale escalation, and the sheer unadulterated joy of watching a blue-collar protagonist outsmart galaxy-ending threats with common sense and a really big gun, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in comedic space opera, blending absurd cosmic stakes with the unapologetic thrill of human ingenuity. The narrative kicks off with John Oliver and his massively overpowered, highly sarcastic sentient dreadnought, Bobs, dealing with the consequences of their previous universe-shaking antics. But this time, the threat is personal. A rival faction or ancient enemy has launched a precise, devastating strike against John's allies, forcing him into a retaliatory mode that is less about diplomacy and more about delivering a decisive, overwhelming killing stroke to anyone who threatens his found family. The atmosphere is a brilliant juxtaposition of awe-inspiring multiversal megastructures and the laugh-out-loud reality of John just trying to manage the bureaucratic nightmare of his own accidental empire while wishing he was back home drinking a beer on his porch. Chaney and Maggert excel at capturing the astronomical scale of the conflict, making every genius alien strategy look completely ridiculous when faced with John's unorthodox hold-my-beer approach to warfare. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular redneck engineering and the brilliant dynamic between John and Bobs. This isn't just about pointing the biggest gun forward and firing. It's about weaponizing human unpredictability, exploiting alien logic loops, and using Bob's snarky, godlike AI capabilities to pull off maneuvers that defy the laws of physics. Watching John reverse engineer the enemy's grand strategy, jerry-rig a completely illogical counterattack, and deliver a deadpan, folksy monologue while a star system explodes in the background is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration is an absolute triumph, perfectly capturing John's grounded, no-nonsense internal monologues and Bob's hilariously arrogant commentary, making every comedic beat land with perfect timing. But beyond the spectacular space battles and the laugh-out-loud humor, the soul of Backyard Starship lies in its characters and the fiercely loyal, deeply dysfunctional found family dynamics. John might complain about the paperwork of being an accidental emperor, but his crew, his alien allies, and his ship know the truth. He will literally burn the galaxy to the ground to protect them. The banter is razor-sharp, providing a hilarious contrast to the serious, gritty sci-fi universe they inhabit. The emotional anchor of the story is John's fierce, protective loyalty, proving that you don't need a fancy military background to be a great leader. You just need a good heart and a really big ship. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. The enemy launches a coordinated strike designed to isolate and destroy John's key allies, forcing him and Bobs into a spectacular, high-stakes confrontation. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming and entirely unorthodox firepower, and raw, unbridled courage. John doesn't just survive the assault, he completely outmaneuvers the actual masterminds by using the one weapon they don't understand: basic, decent human logic combined with a frankly absurd amount of orbital firepower. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that cements his status as the galaxy's most dangerous accidental hero. Killing Stroke is a triumph of comedic military sci-fi. It is smart, hilarious, and utterly addictive. Chaney and Terry Maggert have crafted a milestone book that proves that even at book 23, the Backyard Starship series is still the king of HFY comedy. Plug in your headphones, grab your trusty wrench, and join John Oliver. The galaxy is vast and completely hostile, but he's about to fix it anyway.